good morning. We'll just begin in 1 moment. Just wait to go live. Okay, let's make a start. So, good morning, Friday morning. The week has gone so fast, I don't know what's happened. It's a little bit of back love for a Friday, bit of chest opening, bit of back love. So we're going to start in a child pose, and you can choose whether you have the knees together or knees wide. And if you hate child pose, I know there are people out there who don't like it, you can just maybe bring the forearms to the ground and let the bum stay high. But if you can, sink the hips back, let the shoulders relax wherever you come to. Maybe bring the palms to the ground. And see if you can bring the forehead down to the ground. So if you can't, then place one hand on top of the other and let the forehead rest on your hands. Just take a moment to drop in. And we're just going to start to feel our breath, but send the awareness into your lower back. So just creating a little bit of space. See if you can let something soften. Feeling your breath. Let something go. And then slowly peel your gaze, look forwards to the top of your mat and push yourself up to hands and knees. Bring the knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders, fingers are spread. And we'll just come into some cat-cows to warm the spine up. So we drop the belly, send the sit bones up, the chest forwards with your inhale. So really feel for that arch in your back. And as you exhale, draw the tummy up, rounding the spine like a ripple all the way to the crown of your head as you look down towards your knees, towards your navel. And let that ripple come forwards as you breathe in and out. Taking a few rounds in your own rhythm and trying to bring space between each part of your spine, each vertebrae, just juicing up the joints. Okay, next time you exhale, we're going to send it down towards child. So take your knees a little bit wider, big toes to touch. So scooping it down towards the ground. And then as you inhale, push into your hands, push into your shins, and lift yourself up, backs arched. So rounding to go back and down. And inhale, pushing it up. Big circular movement. Feel your breath. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Feel this movement in your body. Let's take one more. Okay. And next time you bring it down, take your hands as wide as your yoga mat. Spread your fingers. Push into the fingertips. And we're going to tuck our toes. Bring the knees underneath the hips and send it up into a downward dog. So the focus this morning is on our back. So knees are nicely bent just to soften the hamstrings. And see if you can bring a bit of space into your lower back. So that can be having a wriggle into the hips or the ribs, into the waist. But feel for your hands pushing away from you. So let the hands push down into the ground as the shoulders start to draw down the back. So lengthening through the arms, through the spine. Take another breath or two here. Okay, and then bring the weight into your feet, and we're going to start to walk the hands in towards your body. So let the heels come down to the ground. Soft knees again. You can take a hold of the elbows or fingertips resting on the ground. And let the head, the neck be heavy. Again, just creating a little bit of space in the spine. So maybe having a sway of the hips here. A wriggle into the waist. And maybe a little shake of the head. Just to release any tension in the neck and the shoulders. Okay, and then release the hands down to the ground, look forwards, and we're going to walk it back out towards our downward dog. So just find your downward dog. And then look towards your hands, come up onto the toes of your feet, lift the heels up, lift the bum up high, shift your weight forward so shoulders come over the wrists and then a little bit of weight back out through your heels. And then lower your knees down slowly, so engaging the core. And then coming to this tabletop position, toes are tucked. We're going to walk our hands forwards a little bit and then come down towards the child pose, but keep looking towards your hands. So the hips might not go as low, but just starting to stretch through the armpits, looking towards your fingertips if that's all right in your neck, if it's not, just looking down. But feel for rooting through your fingertips, lengthen the arms, the armpits, all the way down the ribs, the waist, maybe give the hips a wriggle. And then push through your hands, tummy muscle engaged, lift yourself back up. Bring your weight forward, so hopefully you're in quite a long stance here. And maybe just drop the hips a touch and look forwards. So lengthening through the back of the body. Hips are not coming down too low. And then bring it back up. Send the hips back. Looking towards your hands. Push down through your toes. Look towards your fingers or down at the ground. Lengthening through the side of the body. Nice long straight arms, fingertips rooting down. And then once more, push down, tummy lifts, engages, drawing it up. Bring your weight forwards, let the hips just very gently drop down, not too low, not a big arch in the back. Maybe you look forwards, bring your heart forwards. And then bring it back. Okay, so this time we're going to take it down. So untuck your toes. And we're going to keep the bum stacked above the hips and come down into a puppy pose or heart to earth pose. So what we start to do is lower it down. So I would bring your forearms to the ground and then see if you can bring your forehead down and keep the bum up high. So we start to feel that curve in the back like we do in cat-cow. Root down through your shins and breathe. Where can you soften in your body? So just stay here for 2 more breaths. Welcoming that in. Maybe you look towards your hands if that feels all right in your neck. Maybe you keep it down. So 1 last breath. And then really push down through your shins, your forearms. Engage your tummy. Look forwards and bring yourself all the way forwards and slide down onto your tummy. So it just adjust the shoulders so they come, adjust the elbows, so that they come underneath your shoulders. Push your forearms into the ground, spread your fingers, push into your fingertips, and then see if you can roll the shoulders down and back. So we're bringing the chest forward. See if you can spread across your collarbones. And you want to really push through your feet, down through your hip bones, and draw the tummy in towards the spine. So a bit of a lovely back bend called Sphinx pose. So notice if your head is hanging, can you extend up through the crown of the head, through the back of the neck, rooting through those feet and breathing into your chest. Breathing out. Let's hold it for another breath. And with the next exhale, we're going to take the elbows out wide, bring it all the way down to the ground. And bring your hands either side of your shoulders, but we're going to take your hands off your mat and right up onto your fingertips. Elbows are pointing up, the gaze is down. Push through your feet, and with an inhale, slowly let the head rise, the chest rise. Push through your feet. Give your bum a squeeze, just engage your back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, slowly ripple it down. Let's take that 2 more times. Last one, lifting it up. See if you can hold it up this time. Relax your shoulders. And with the next exhale, slowly bring it down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Lift yourself up to cat-cow, to tabletop. And just take a couple of rounds of cat-cow just to ease the spine. Maybe pausing in that rounded shape just to bring that space back. Let the head hang. And inhale, look forwards. And this time as you exhale, tuck your toes, maybe walk your hands forward a touch and bring it up into your downward dog. Give that back a little bit of space, a little bit of love, a bit of a wriggle. And then lowering your knees down and coming full circle back to your child pose. And if child pose doesn't work for you, just finding a comfortable shape to finish your practice. Sending the breath where it needs to go. Letting something somewhere soften. Feeling your breath. And then slowly look towards your hands, walk the hands in towards your body. Roll yourself up. Give the shoulders a roll. And let's inhale, take the arms up, just give the shoulders a stretch. And exhale, bring the hands to touch in front of the heart. And we bow the head to the hands, the mind to the body. See if you can take something positive into the rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you so very much. Have a lovely weekend. Hopefully the weather's going to pick up. And I'll see you on Monday.